Even with my experiences, a degree in economics, and in my last stages of obtaining my CPA designation, as well as a career in the accounting and finance field, it is by no means an easy road to handle my own finances. It is important to recognize the bad money habits and break free from them. So in this video, I'll be sharing 8 of the most common bad money habits that keeps you poor and tips on how to break free from them. Number 1, paying yourself last. Majority of people tend to save whatever is left over after paying for all your expenses for the month. But the problem with that is you probably have more than enough ways to spend your paycheck. So there is usually not much money left over, meaning that your savings is always your last priority so that it doesn't grow very fast. The secret to building a savings is to pay yourself first. It simply means that you put aside a part of your income into a saving or investment account before you do anything else. And you will be able to build significant wealth over time. Paying yourself first sets in motion an idea that is crucial to successful savings, which is that I matter and I'm going to start acting like it. Wealth building doesn't happen by chance. It is a result of intention, discipline, consistency, and big picture thinking. Number 2, keeping up with the Joneses. It means that you're trying to compare yourself to others, such as friends, neighbors, or colleagues, and trying to match to their material possessions or lifestyles. With the new generation, it could be living the luxury life on Instagram. Instagram has convinced a generation to buy things they don't need to impress people that do not care. What few people know is that most photos on Instagram are not real. Their homes could be rented and their cars could be leased. Trying to keep up with people financially is silly. It can lead to overspending and debt if you're constantly trying to keep up with others. You may spend more money than you can afford, leading to financial strains and potentially even debt. It may prevent you from achieving your own financial goals. If you're focused on trying to match the financial status of others, you may neglect your own financial goals and priorities. The importance of finding your own financial path and not trying to keep up with others is so that you can focus on your own financial goals and priorities. By setting your financial goals and focusing on what matters to you, you can progress towards what matters the most. By not trying to keep up with others, you can focus on living within your means and avoid financial hardship. It will also lead to a greater financial security. By following your own financial path and not trying to compete with others, you will be able to build a strong financial foundation that will set you up for success in the long run. Number 3, no emergency fund. An emergency fund is a savings account set aside specifically for unexpected expenses. It is an important part of any financial plan as it can provide a financial cushion in an emergency, such as job loss or unexpected medical bills. The importance of an emergency fund is that it can help you avoid taking on debt if anything arises. If you don't have an emergency fund and an unexpected expense arises, you may be forced to rely on credit cards or loans to help you cover the cost. An emergency fund can help you avoid this scenario and the financial burden of taking on debt. It can also provide you with financial security and peace of mind. Knowing that you have an emergency fund to fall back on can provide security and reduce stress in the face of unexpected expenses. It can also help you weather financial storms. An emergency fund can provide a lifeline during financial difficulties. It is fairly easy to start an emergency fund. You can start small and gradually increase your savings over time. Set a goal. Determine how much money you want in your emergency fund and plan to save towards that goal. Also, be patient. Building an emergency fund takes time, but it is worth it for the peace of mind and the financial security that it can provide. Number 4, income versus expenses. Are your expenses or spendings more than your income? Living beyond your means can quickly lead to debt, financial stress, and long-term financial problems. If you're constantly relying on credit cards or loans to make ends meet, it is time to reevaluate your spending habits and find ways to reduce your expenses, such as dining out and entertainment, and increase your income. Also, avoid using credit cards to make any unnecessary purchases. Credit cards can be a convenient way to pay for expenses, but they can also lead to overspending and debt. Try using cash or debit for purchases whenever possible, unless you have the ability to pay off your credit card right away. Or maybe you're increasing your expenses as your income increases. There is no harm in wanting to raise your standard of living whenever you can. However, if you're a person who is constantly looking for ways to spend your money, you will probably find yourself to be in a difficult position soon. If you increase your expenses along with any increase in income, it would be hard to have any real savings. Try to keep your expenses constant along with finding ways to increase your income. To become more valuable, you'll have to upgrade your skills. Number five, not keeping a record of your money. We all think we know where our money comes from and where it goes, but that is not true for the most of us. We might be aware of the major expenses, but it's usually the small ones that eat up our finances more than the big ones. So it is an excellent idea to start keeping a journal of all your income and expenses, whether they're big or small. This way, it will give you a much better idea for you to control your finances. It can also help you identify areas where you may be able to cut back or save. A big key for business success is tracking and managing the expenses. So the same applies to your finances. The importance of tracking your spending. By tracking your spending, you can see where your money is going and it allows you to understand your financial situation. It can also help you identify the areas for improvement. By analyzing your spending, you're able to identify areas where you're overspending and make changes to your habits. It allows you to achieve your financial goals. By understanding your spending habits, you can make a plan to allocate your money towards your financial goals and make progress towards achieving them. Tracking your spending can also help you identify areas where you can save money, as it helps you identify unnecessary expenses. Number six, ignoring your debt. For a lot of us in today's world, interest eats up a huge portion of our finances. It is a painful fact, but most people do not know how to get out of this vicious cycle, leaving them with little to no savings. Especially high interest credit card debt can quickly spiral out of control, and the longer you wait to pay it off, the more interest you will accrue. First, you must make paying your debt a top of the list item on your agenda. Work out a plan for this and stick to it no matter what. You need to pay off your debt as soon as possible, starting with the highest interest debt first. Also, keep in mind that payment history carries a huge weight on your financial future. More than one-third of your credit score is judged by your ability to pay your bill on time. If you can't, make a payment plan with your creditor before it goes to collections. Number seven, waiting too long to invest. Not investing can prevent you from achieving financial independence. While saving is important, investing can help your money grow and build wealth over time. The longer you put off investing, the harder and longer you will have to work to get to financial freedom than someone who started investing earlier in life. Trying to time the market is a losing game. Some say property prices will continue to fall. Others say that crypto will boom again, so you shouldn't miss out. Some predict that tech stocks will go up higher once AI goes mainstream. But really, who knows? The best time to invest is always right now, because if you don't, your money will always find a way to flow into something else. As the cliche goes, time in financial market beats timing the market. Number eight, paying too much taxes. Paying too much in taxes can significantly impact your financial well-being. You can keep more of your hard-earned money and use it to achieve your financial goals by minimizing your tax burden. Failure to plan for taxes often than not means higher tax bills. Turn this bad money habit around and do what you can to cut down your tax bill. This means planning and knowing what tax breaks are available to you. The importance of minimizing taxes is that it helps you keep more of your money and increases your financial flexibility. By reducing your tax burden, you may have more disposable income for saving and investing. You can also improve your financial stability and security by keeping more of your income. Strategies to help you reduce your tax burden. Take advantage of the various tax credits and deductions available to help you lower your taxes. Be sure to check with your tax professional. You can also contribute to a registered retirement savings plan, a tax free savings account, and the new tax free first home savings account. Contributions to the RSP and FHSA are tax deductible and can help you reduce your taxable income. Once you manage to break out of these bad money habits and stay disciplined, you will find this to be the most rewarding thing you have achieved. If you found this video to be helpful, or if there's any other subjects that you would like to know more about, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.